serious.
Welcome to the basement. Hello, comrades, and welcome to the basement. I'm Nikolai. I'm here with my friend Olaf. We welcome you to Mother Russia, the basement in the Siberian winter.
I'm your host, Jose.
He has no respect for Mother Russia. But he is drinking a Powerade with Mother Russia written all over it. Did they win?
The Russians?
Yeah.
No,
So why does it say 2008 Russian Cup?
because it was held there in Russia.
Oh.
That's where where have you been, bro?
I don't watch sports, bro. I'm not to tell you.
I
Every time people talk about sports, I dream about other things. I daydream about other things.
you're in a trance of something.
I don't know what you're saying. You're talking another language. It's uninteresting to me. It's like, yeah, he kicked the ball, and then the other guy kicked the ball, and they kicked it in the net. I'm like,
I feel like I run into sports in other people mentioning or talking about it. It's like, ooh, I'm not supposed to be here.
you know what's funny? I slowed down. I don't know if you noticed. All my hats are no longer sports.
Oh yeah, what happened? You don't
You know
support
why?
them?
I'm sick of people coming up to me like, oh, how about those Yankees? Huh? I'm like, I don't even know what sport they play in. I'm not even sure if it's baseball, football.
So you just you're okay. All right, that's smart.
Because this is just constant. People coming up to, oh, how about those Nets?
You were just being targeted as someone who know because you're rocking a hat that says
The funniest
logo.
thing is when I was with the kids, the youth kids, years ago, and they were gonna go play ball. They wanted me to go to the park with them, so I went with them. And then one of the guys on the other team was like, "Nah, he plays ball. Yo, get him in." And they were talking about me. I was like, "I have no idea. I don't even know the rules. I don't know nothing."
Nah, they knew I didn't play. I had that face like, no, this guy doesn't. No, that's not a good idea. When I used to play basketball with my friends, it was literally because they just needed, to even the numbers,
Yeah.
They was just stand under the hoop and stop anybody from going in. That was my job.
So in junior high school, in gym class, you had the team, quote unquote, the good players that would play. The teacher would give them the full court to play basketball. Then they had a little court onto the side, and they would let us just do whatever the hell we wanted, basically. And it was just the people that didn't play sports. So we would make up our own game, and we would throw the ball at each other and tackle each other midair. We were just savages, yo. And then across is just kids playing basketball. The coaches there, like clapping, like proud of them. And we're just like the losers that don't know how to play sports.
That's so funny. That's your typical Hibaro move, though, right? You're not part of it. You just create your own thing while you're at it. It is. I think it's Wednesday.
I think so.
We're halfway through the week.
Yeah, it's a beautiful week. It's a lot of news.
Ocasio
Oh, you saw the video?
Cortez.
You saw the video?
No, I just read the headlines and the fact that she says. So, what do you think? Do you think that the reason why minimum wage is down is because people have? Do you have two jobs?
Do I have two jobs?
You don't even
not
have
currently.
one job.
Yeah, but say not currently.
Who do you know?
What'd she say?
Who do
maybe I
you
missed
know?
out.
She said the reason why unemployment rate is so low. What is that noise? I hope y'all not hearing it. But if you see us with our faces, it's because we're hearing. This guy literally brought the tech demon with him when he came in the studio. But she was basically saying that the reason why we don't have so much, the unemployment is down is because people have to work two jobs just to live.
I mean, for a while I had two jobs. When I worked in the church, I had three.
Right.
And it's not because
Right.
I needed the money or whatever. Well, but technically I was getting married, so I wanted to work as much as I could.
Right.
But it's not that freaking I'm poor or whatever. It was just, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The jobs that I had weren't like hourly. It was just, do this work and we'll give you the money. That's when I worked for the churches. They would just give me cash to do whatever. And I was there for like 8 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, why wouldn't I do it? I thought you were talking about this, bro. This right here.
No. She. Oh, what is that? I feel like it's happening every time I talk.
Wow. Is this it? I have no idea what this is. Oh, we can even hear it, bro.
Is it playing?
It is playing, yeah. Damn it.
It's not even moving though.
It's
She's
not
like
even.
frozen. Stop
Yeah.
fast forwarding it, bro.
I'm trying to listen to it, bro. Alright, it's not gonna play. Damn, that sucks.
That does suck.
Alright, so I'll just say what it was. They. Damn, yo. Let's try one more video. We never know. Oh, maybe we can't hear it.
But maybe they could hear it. Do you guys hear it? Yeah, I still haven't figured out this part, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
This is so funny. So, alright, a few things. Just gonna tell you straight up what
Oh, the
what?
this one to me wasn't as significant as her comment with unemployment.
So you know what this is, right?
Yeah, she basically put herself out there and tried to retract.
Yeah. She's like, they asked her about Palestine or whatever in Israel. She had no idea.
She's
what she was
pretty.
talking about. Oh, yeah, she's pretty. But I don't know what that has to do with the...
I don't know, bro. Single guy. What to do?
So, so they asked her. She tried to make up something, whatever, and she just didn't know, right? Whatever, that's fine. I don't really care, honestly. She's running for New York something, so why do I care what she thinks about Palestine, right? I have no care for that. But she tried to like make up some reason why, and then the interviewer was trying to be like, can you go into detail? I have no idea what you're saying. Basically, can you explain it to me?
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I really don't know I don't know the situation over there.
Look, I just put a clip down of it in between our conversation.
Oh yeah, boom, do that.
So go ahead.
So you can hear that. So she had no idea what she was saying. Then she told her basically, I don't know a lot about this subject. And this is why to go back to the last conversation we had with intellectual dark web. This is what separates that group from a lot of other groups. Is the fact that if they don't know what they're talking about, they'll tell you straight up, I don't know a lot about that subject. Maybe you can tell me. You see what I'm saying? So you see this a lot with the parties we have right now, is that they'll just make up some BS on the spot. Try to be like, oh yeah, well, this, and this. And then at the end of it, you're like, I don't think that made any sense. But they're in power, so what are you going to tell them? You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the intellectual dark, because they're willing to have conversations and say, I don't know a lot about that subject. Or let's talk about it right now, figure this out.
The comment I was bringing up was her. Type that in. Ocasio, and then unemployment.
I spelled unemployment wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what letter I was missing, but
There you go. Ocasio-Cortez says unemployment is low because...
yeah, we can't listen to it, so we gotta read it. Oh.
We're taking it back, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Uh-oh. Somebody woke up.
Oh, I thought it was Thunder, bro. I was like, again? Because everyone has 2 jobs. Wow, that's not how it works. Okay. Yeah. See, that's the problem with... I think... I'm happy that she won. You know what I'm saying? I'm not very happy with the party that she's running for. Democratic Socialist.
Maybe.
Democratic Socialism. I'm really not a fan of that. The fact that she's a young Spanish woman, I felt like, oh, good. Finally, somebody's stepping up to the plate. But I think she's in over her head, I think.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah. She's saying things because everyone has 2 jobs.
Well, how many people you know right now have 2 jobs?
I don't know, many.
Not many, right?
No.
Do you know one?
No. Nobody.
The way you said no was like, damn. It almost seemed like you wanted to like, God, let me get it one.
Okay, so you know what I think this is? This is what I think it is. Let me just make sure I'm not an idiot. Let me just look at the top here again. Okay. Oh, Reasons. This is a good website, Reasons. Unemployment rates are low under Trump. The lowest has been in a long time, right? Black unemployment is the lowest it's been in history, I think. And I think all her comment is, and I think a lot of people, this is a bandwagon thing, where they're just trying to discredit Trump because he's doing something that's working. So they got to discredit him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, so we're jumping to Trump?
Well, this sort of has to do with it because, like I said, unemployment's low. So they don't want to give him credit for it. They don't want to say, oh, Trump is doing a good job. They don't want to do that. So they'll make up any other reason why it's working. Unemployment's not low because of Trump. It's low because everybody got 2 jobs. It's just one reason why to not give him credit.
Well, I don't know anybody who's... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know anybody who has 2 jobs. Nope.
I know there's people out there, of course, but not enough that we can just come up with that. I know there's people in the hospital, the job over there, that have 2 jobs. A lot of them have it because they worked doing one job for a long time. They're like 15 years in. Then they got a job working in the hospital. And they're like, I don't want to give this job because in 20 more years I'll get pension. I mean, in 5 more years I'll get full pension. So I'm going to work both. I know people that do that, you know?
I don't... My question to her would be, where are you getting your numbers from?
Oh, they didn't press on that? I didn't listen. I got to listen. This, you know what's interesting about this? Oh, I wish this would work.
The sound, right?
The ball of this thing.
The ball.
This thing that she interviewed in, this I think it's called Firing Line. This PBS show. Okay? There's something about PBS that people like. I don't know what it is. On Reddit too. They love freaking PBS. They post this show, they'll post the whole show on Reddit. For some reason, people like that show. I don't know. PBS show.
It's the public broadcasting.
Yeah, service, whatever. Right? This is a good website, though, Reasons. They're libertarian site. A liberal!
I would say, this is, the PBS is a huge, I can see how Reddit posts it because PBS tries to be informative.
Yeah.
Versus opinionative.
Everybody has a little fart.
Oh my God, I love that song.
A little fart of a little fart of liberalism in it, right? Everywhere, all media, right? Just a little, like you smell it in the air when you walk in. Like, are you guys making avocado toast in here?
Yo, that's the bomb right there, bro. What's wrong with you? There you talk about the
that's
avocado.
That's the liberal
like
snack
that.
Food right there.
That's my.
So, yeah. So speaking of the liberal media, so Trump. First of all, did you see it? Just the little tiny clip of him talking with Putin there.
I have a very simple outlook of the whole entire situation.
All right, so before we say,
Vladimir.
We're just gonna say what happened.
Vladimir, but you know what it is? It's hard not to be upset. If you knew nothing about Vladimir Putin, if you knew nothing about him, right?
Yeah.
Just to see his face, he has like a puto face. He does.
You're talking about the president. Please watch your mouth.
It's just. It's awesome.
He's been president for Russia for almost 10, I think more than 10 years.
I thought it was like 12 already.
Yeah, see, look at that.
And he just has that face that you just want to hate him. You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing. Even Kim Jong-un, has faces where you catch him just like in shock or,
Yeah.
Oh, he's being a young, guy. Then you put Vladimir, these guys like, it's just hard not to like him. My basic underlying overview, whatever you want to call it, of the whole Russian visit with Trump is simple. Trump can't just do something normally. He can't. There's no way. He has to create some kind of spark because he needs to continue entertaining his main source, which is the media.
This is my favorite little clip right here. You ever saw this? Every once in a while they post this on Reddit. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, bro!
It's these 3 guys. They wore like
you hear that? You hear that?
Yeah,
you hear right?
They're wearing like lifelike masks. Russian Kim Jong Un and Trump. They're so good. Yo. It's like Comic-Con or something they went to.
Wow.
Everybody's loving it. Yeah, look at it. It looks so real.
That's insane.
So
He can't do anything without. Let me give the media something to talk about. Me, always me.
you know what it is? I think there's a few things. One, I think he's not gonna say to the guy's face right there, "Oh yeah, they meddled in the elections. This freaking Russian son of a gun," right? He's not gonna say that in front of the freaking president. That's just gonna start World War III. Why would you do that, right? You're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, especially when you're right next to him. Like, he said he didn't do it, so let's see what's happened, whatever. Right? That's what I feel like happened. He said he didn't do it, so I don't know. And also, I got to question the FBI because clearly they were working for the Democrats, right? Before he became president, they were doing what they could to.
Yeah.
So I think that's his mentality. Like I said in the last episode, I don't think he reads.
No,
I think they give him reports, and he's like, yeah, whatever. He doesn't even look at it. So he's going off of what Fox is telling him, basically.
You think that?
But I also think it's blown way out of proportion. I don't think it deserves as much attention as it got. Everybody's making it seem like, oh, Trump is a traitor or whatever. He works for Russia. I didn't see that at all. All I saw.
That's all I saw. I kept thinking about my cousin. What I mentioned in the last episode. Yeah. that's gonna hate me. I kept hearing her in the background like, he has something on him. Yeah.
I saw a poll somebody put up on, I think it was on YouTube even, and most people say that it looks like Russia has something on him. And I'm like, why? Because he doesn't want to call him out right in front of his face. I don't see that. I don't think, like I said before, I don't think Russia has anything on him at all. If just because Russians helped to do something doesn't mean the country of Russia was part of it. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
So I don't think just because there's a person that lives in Russia did something doesn't mean that the government of Russia was involved. It's possible that they were. And it's possible that people that worked in the Russian government also, because they're smart people, also had something to do with some sort of hacking. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who's to say? Right? But just because a person did it doesn't mean that the government of that country was part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then, but you still have to beg the question: what if it were the other way around? What would have Putin done? What if it were the other way around? Would Russia consider that an attack?
Oh yeah, but we're more
enlightened.
I wouldn't say enlightened. We're just more reserved. Russia's not. Russia would be like, "Well, bomb them right now." America's more like, "Whoa, we're already in so many wars. You got people in the country that don't want to be in wars, that they're going to be fighting for us." Remember, I think it was Obama. He said, "Are we going to bomb Syria?" And everybody said no, and then he couldn't bomb them. I think it was Syria, if I remember correctly. Obama had made a statement in Congress. Are we going to bomb this country? And everybody was just sick of war. And they said, no, we're not going to bomb them. And they just let them be. I forgot what country it was. I think Syria, but I'm not sure. And Trump don't care. He didn't ask nobody permission. He's like, all right, they're killing kids. All right, bomb them. I'm not asking nobody questions. And also, people giving Trump a lot of flack because he was saying he wants good relations with Russia. And I don't see the problem with that. Same reason why he did it for North Korea. Why am I going to start beef with a country? You know what I'm saying? This may not be a problem today, but people in 10 years are going to look back at this moment and be like, look, America's been messing with us since Trump.
Right.
So why am I going to spark this fire? We should have good relations with this country. We'll do what we can. Also, Obama said that too with him. We should have good relations with Russia. He said on a number of occasions, right? There was a point where they caught him on mic talking to some Russian somebody where he whispered him. He thought the mic was off. And he whispered to him, after the election, have more flexibility. Tell Putin or whatever. Right? It's caught on camera. It's not like you'd be like, no, he didn't say that. In fact, I'm going to put it in the bio.
Yes, you are. Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
I think that he didn't for me, Trump did not misspeak.
Nah. He knew what he was saying.
Come on.
The fact that he said I misspoke is like, come on, stop being a fag, man.
Really?
Just stick to your guns, bro. Oh, oh, I misspoke. Instead of saying would, I meant wouldn't. Just say that listen, I don't think they did. That's it.
Do you think it made us look weak? Him going against his own, his own advisors in the situation. I don't think people equate. Oh wait, let me better say it. If people do equate it, they falsely equate the president with the country. Okay, just because the president says or does something doesn't mean the country, right, is bad or whatever. Right? Just because whatever Obama says something doesn't mean that something's wrong with America. All right. When the country acts crazy, when people are protesting this and no freedom of speech over here, then we have a problem, right? And this is why I'm not big on attacking people. I'm more of attacking ideas, bad ideas, right? So if you say, oh, this person's a Nazi, I'm like, all right, you're saying he's a Nazi. Okay, what about his ideas? I want to talk about his idea. I don't want to talk about him. We'll come to the conclusion after we're done talking about his ideas, right? So I don't think, I don't equate the president with the country, because we see this now. A lot of people in America don't like Trump, right? They're not going to agree with him. So if Trump was to say something, the majority of the country is going to disagree. We saw that with Ocasio, what she said, right? Trump, unemployment's all-time low. Ocasio like, well, that's because people have 2 jobs. I don't know where she got that from, but yeah, I just think everything's overblown. Whatever Trump does is always overblown like crazy. Yeah,
and there's video evidence that can prove wrong, but it doesn't. Nobody wants to see those. You know what I'm saying?
For Trump.
Yeah, just like, they're saying, oh, he's a traitor because he sided with Russia. It's like, well, we have proof and evidence of Clinton, selling uranium to Russia. Nobody talks about that. Like I said, Obama whispering in the ear of Russians, we're gonna work together later on. Obama saying we should be friends with Russia. They're our allies. In fact, I saw a video of the debate of Romney and Obama when they were like trying to fight for presidency, whatever. And Romney told Obama, Russia's the biggest enemy we have. And Obama was like, yo, that's from the 80s, bro. Oh, Russia's not our biggest enemy. They're just a small power over there in whatever country. Like, they're just scary to the people around them. They're not a world power. We have bigger issues like Iran and Iraq and whatever, right? Just basically blew them off. And I wonder if Romney would have been president if the elections would have been quote unquote hacked, right? Because Romney saw them as an enemy, so Romney probably would have, so he probably would have did something to prevent them from doing stuff. And again, this election hacking, quote unquote, they didn't hack the election, right? And everybody keeps saying that. It reminds me of Muslim ban. It reminds me of Muslim ban. It's not a Muslim ban; it's a travel ban, right?
Okay.
You may call it a Muslim ban because you want to target those radical Islamic countries, so you're gonna equate the two all the time. Right, but that's not really what it is. We're stopping people from traveling at all from these countries, and it's funny because Trump let a spot. He said basically, let's say you're coming from these countries that I'm banning, but you're a minority religion and you're being persecuted, then it will allow you to come as refugees, right? So he's saying if you're a refugee, I'll allow you in, but you know what the problem with those countries are? The minorities are Christians. So America was like, people in America were like, oh, you're allowing the Christians in, huh? He's like, yeah, they're being freaking murdered. Every day Christians die. And we know this, right? It's not a surprise. Every single day they kill Christians out there. But nobody cares. That's not part of the news because they're Christians and nobody cares about them.
Right.
Right? Let me take a sip of this. I don't know. It's just very hypocritical, the media. And this is why people believe the quote-unquote fake news. Because they're just so biased. You know what I'm saying? It's hard not to see it. It's like I was alive when this happened. And you're telling me
do you think that's the purpose of him misspeaking? Perhaps the whole idea of, him going back on his word, like, oh, that I misspoke. Do you think do you think he does what he does to show that how the media eats it up?
No, this is what I think happened. I think he said it trying to be a nice guy in the presence of the freaking, another world leader that has nukes, trying to be a nice guy. Later on, all this outrage came out, and his people were like, "Yo, you gotta say something, because they're going crazy out there." And he's like, "Oh, what the hell? What do I say? Huh? They're not gonna believe me." And they're like, "Just say that you misspoke, bro. Come on, now read it." And he's like, "I read the transcript, and I meant wouldn't instead of would. Misspoke." Just feeding them, you know what I'm saying? Like just giving them something. That's what I think it is. I don't think he's playing 4D chess like people say. I don't think so. There's some instances where I can see that he's doing something strategically, but there's some that I don't. Like this instant right here, I think it was just a mistake he did. He knew he made a mistake, and he tried to correct it. That's what I think it was.
I am looking, and I don't know how to find it, for saved clips that I had put in that I wanted to go in, but I don't know how these people made this. I don't get it.
What are you trying to do? How do you save things? I don't even know you can. I don't ever use Facebook. Right there, it says saved.
I clicked on that and it brought me to something totally different. But
look right there. Leave people.
So let's delve into this little ad.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Immigration Judge William Snoffler, City.
So they're making the kids represent themselves? That's sad as hell, nigga. He had the headphones on so he could translate in Spanish. So the kids... Ya no sé.
You know what a lawyer is?
Negative, sir.
No. You have a lawyer? No.
Yeah, we should have put a microphone next to the speaker.
No, they could hear this clearly. That's why I lowered it. It's loud for them.
What did it just say?
I don't know.
I know some of this because the U.S. is always represented by... Yeah.
The U.S.
This is just...
Go ahead, say it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Say it.
All this is trying to tap into people's emotions. Okay? Because the law is the law,
Good morning.
right?
Are you a little nervous this morning?
Sí, claro.
You know what a lawyer is?
She's like, this is the first time I see a white man in my life. All right?
You have a lawyer?
I'm a little nervous.
Just a little scared. Don't know.
So, this has been going on for years, right? If you're an illegal immigrant, so in America, in the Constitution, as a U.S. citizen, you're entitled to a lawyer, right? And that's why when you get arrested, right? I think you know this just as well as I do. When you get arrested, they offer you a lawyer for free. I forgot what they call them. You know what they call it, right? What do they call them? They don't call them. They're lawyers, but they don't call them lawyers. They call them
part of the legal aid society.
Legal aid society, right? And we all know this. When you go, you're freaking standing there. Wow, nigga. I don't even know. I think it's in Central Booking. When you get arrested, they put you in. There's a whole bunch of chairs, and then they're all like glasses there, and you sit there and you wait, and the lawyer sits in front of you through the glass, and he asks you what happened. And you
It's like a booth.
It's like a little booth, yeah. But there's a whole bunch of them, right? Everybody that's locked in with booking with you is all sitting there, and they all got lawyers. Or most of them are just waiting for a lawyer to show up. Anyway, wow. It's crazy, right? So, as an American citizen, you're entitled to representation.
What? Oh, there you go.
So, and it's funny because I don't know if you ever saw the Rick and Morty clip where they made fun of a case.
No.
Where the guy was saying that the lawyer wanted him to blow him for whatever. And he's like, I want a new lawyer. And the judge was like, if you want a new lawyer, that's fine. You can get a new lawyer. And he goes, no, I want you to give me a new lawyer. He goes, no, that's not how this country works. We'll give you a lawyer. We don't give you a choice of lawyer. You get what we have. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day is, as an American citizen, you're entitled to a representation. Oh, I said it nice and clear there. You saw that? So you're entitled to that. So you have somebody in court to help
So
you.
you're basically saying that they don't.
They're not citizens. They're not entitled to it. That's the problem. No, is it a problem or is it not a problem? Because does that mean that we give representation to people that are not in our country anymore? That doesn't make sense, right? You only want to do it in America. Now, what they could do is say, if you're going to be in an American court, you're entitled to it. But that's not the way the Constitution is written. It's written for individuals, right? So as an individual, you're entitled to it. Not as if you're in here, if you're on these lands. Because America is the people, right? Just like the church is the people. It's not a building. It's not the country. It's not the land mass, right? Because at the end of the day, we can sell Florida to anybody, and they're not Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's not the land. It's the people.
You mean the U.S.?
The U.S., yeah.
The U.S., but America is the land.
Oh, yeah, my bad, yeah. The United States,
Right.
That's right, yeah. So we can sell...
United States is the people uniting.
Exactly.
Under these constitutional... under the Constitution that was written for the people, by the people, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So it's not...
America's America.
So if you're an illegal immigrant, you're not part of the country. You know what I'm saying? And that's as sad as it is. It's true. This is not your country. So you're not entitled to our Constitution. Now, the judge... I think the judge can say, I'll make... damn, what's what I'm looking for? Like, he's willing to bend the rules a little bit and give you somebody. So I think they can do that, but I'm not sure. They should, for sure, for these kids at least.
For these kids?
For the adults, they know what the hell they were doing. The kids have no idea.
I don't know how true that video is,
Yeah.
first and foremost. I question if this is really happening simply because it's, first of all, it's, the courts can decide whether the media can be a part of a hearing or not.
Yeah, but they record it.
Of course, that's why they could decide whether the media can.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't allow the media for safety. It's so controversial. We don't. There's less people there, the less risk of other people getting hurt. There's tons of reasons. Why would this court allow this recording that could potentially harm, the image of the court?
Yeah.
I don't, and then you got the background music.
But you're saying it as saying you're gonna damage them. As far as the court's concerned, they're like, the law's the law. I don't care how you feel about it.
Yeah, but what? I don't see.
We can change the law,
right? But
as of now,
I question the validity of the video, whether or not it's even real, because it doesn't seem like it doesn't matter. The law's the laws. This judge, would you want the camera there and you're sitting there over a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year-old?
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't want that. Despite my job, if I had the choice of not allowing cameras.
But now the next question would be, what's the purpose?
And then look at the editing of the. It's very, very well put together and organized. Different camera shots.
No, but there in the beginning it says that this is a recreation.
Yeah, I mean, so this, but you see, when this is put out, this is real.
Yeah.
I could show individuals that I know, and that this would be solid.
They're like, this
factual.
is a court case, guy. I don't know. To me, it's like, now my question would be, why are they even putting the kids up there?
So,
as far as I'm concerned, the kids might as well just be waiting until the parents are done with their court case, and then they send them off with their parents wherever.
why would they need representation when they don't even understand what's going on?
Yeah. Now, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did the courts... Are the courts doing that to ask them questions?
I don't think the courts are doing that, bro. I think the courts are looking at, okay, this is a child. Whereas the parent, the court is trying to put 2 and 2 together. Is the parent going to stay? Did the parent have their day in court?
Yeah.
The parent staying? Okay, this is their child.
Yeah, wherever the parent goes, send the kid with them.
Kid gotta go. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna do what the executive order says, what the people are asking for, and we reunite them.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not they stay that's part of another hearing with the adult.
You know what's been funny? If Trump would have been like, okay, look, the parents are in jail. You don't want the kids to be in this thing. Okay, I'll sign an executive order for the kids to go with the parents wherever the parents are, and then wink at the camera. And then the next day, you see these kids are being sent to prison. And the parents are just in jail cells with the kids, and then there's just a video of Trump saying, "I did what you guys wanted. I sent the
they're
kids
together. They're happy.
together. They're a happy family now."
So if the parent is allowed to stay, regardless if the parents were given the opportunity to stay, or you gotta go, just put the kid together. Put the kids together with their families, with their parents, and that situation is done. There's so much going on.
I wonder why they have to put them to. Oh, I guess they have to ask them why they're there and if they're refugees or not for sure. Because some people just want to come here for money, and that's not a good reason.
Yeah, that's not a good reason. And
what was I listening to? Oh, it was Kevin. Kevin came down from Texas.
Really?
Yeah. Then I was talking to him.
Why did we get him on?
I tried to get him on. I just didn't have the time. The only time he had available, you were working. So I was like, I forget it. I recorded some stuff with him, talking with him, but the quality is, because I was driving and the phone was like low, it's so, the quality, you hear the car more than you hear us. So I was like, just forget it. We're just,
we got to do a Skype, like Hangouts thing. We got a few people who are interested in coming on. It's just setting up the equipment.
Yeah.
So I was picturing it. I'm like, all right, I think we could do this.
So Kevin was saying, imagine you have a house and you go upstairs and you go to sleep. You have a 2-floor house. And when you come downstairs, there's a woman cooking in your kitchen. She's like, hey, I made you breakfast. And you're like, who the hell are you?
Yes, not me. I wouldn't be like that.
Please come.
Message me. I'll send you the address.
She's like, I made you breakfast. And you're like, what are you doing in my house? And you're like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm going to clean up after myself. Don't worry about it. You just do whatever. You're like, who the hell are you? What are you doing in here? She's like, no, it's okay. I'm going to make you breakfast. And you're like, I don't even know who you are. Right?
Again, this is so good sounding to me. It's just, I'm not with it. But again, I hear what you're saying.
So, most people would be like, I don't want this random stranger in my house. How do they get in here?
Right.
What are they doing here? I don't know what they're doing while I'm at work. No.
Okay.
And then you have some people that would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let them work.
You kidding me?
Let the liberals. So the thing is, okay, so there's so much involved. People look over, or they look at the aspect of, but they're going to go home and they're not going to have nowhere to live. And it's just like, if you want them to live somewhere, I know you have an apartment at least.
Yeah.
Let them in.
Give them your closet. You're saying it's better.
Yeah, give them a bureau. Put a bureau in your room. Let them
those old fold outs that if you leaned on one side too much, it'll flip over. Remember those?
What are you talking about?
The fold up beds, the ones that had that little gun, like the little
yeah. Yeah, put one of those, yeah.
And when you sat on one side, it would mess up and flip over. Those are great. The greatest hazards.
And then not only that, but it's like, these people are not working. Well, at least I would say a lion's share of them are not working for minimum wage. They're working for below minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? And it's a reason why they hire them illegally. This is the same reason why you have off the book jobs and stuff like that. So that way they don't have to pay you the minimum wage or whatever. They're getting away with paying them less than they pay regular citizens. It's almost like you're advocating for them to get paid less. Those beds right there, bro. Jeez.
Those beds right there, bro. I've slept in a few of those.
My homeboy had that as his bed. Not as a guest bed. As a bed. That was his bed. Yeah, every night slept in that folding bed.
Oh, look at the price.
Oh. I mean, what are you going to do?
Gotta sleep somewhere. That mattress is dope, though.
It looks like it's from the 70s. Yeah, I don't know. And it's just like people get accused of racism. It's just like, why does it do race? I don't care what race they are. I don't care where they come from. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is that they broke into my house and I gotta get them out.
Yeah, and the argument for us, I mean, for me, I don't know if you've heard it. It was like, how do you call yourself a Latino? Because my heritage is Latin.
Yeah. So just because I'm Latino, I gotta back up everything Latinos do. I know some dumb Latinos.
What?
Yeah. So and this. That to me,
you only know one. I know like
to me that's identity politics. All because you're part of a group, you have to back up everything the group says. Like I don't have to do anything.
That's exactly what it is. It's like it's identity politics, and because you view something different, then you're not Spanish. You're not true to your heritage. You're not true. Like wait, when did that become a thing?
So one time,
when did Puerto Ricans actually get together and work together? Never. Yeah. How are you insinuating that I was part of a group? I didn't know I was.
So it's funny because one time somebody, I'm not going to say who, he
know who you are.
He sent me a picture of chicken feet he was eating. Okay, with the claws.
Oh. Oh.
Now, that's all. That's like a deep, like poor island meal, right? And is it because we love chicken feet? Maybe we figured out a good way to cook it. But the reason why we ate chicken feet is because the good part of the chicken, the rich people eating it. All we have with the feet, right? So we made it taste good. Same thing with oxtails. You know what oxtail is? Somebody's close to the butthole. Why would you want that? We figured out a way to make it taste good.
And I'm a vegetarian, newly converted. I got a year coming up next month.
Oh, yeah? I did like 9 months, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
It's the best thing, bro. So, oxtail's good, bro.
So I'm sure it's good.
You
but
never had it?
Yes, I had it. My wife is, So, so it's funny. So when I saw him eating this, my next text message to him was, "We got money now, bro. We don't gotta live like this no more." Right? So now to another person looking from the outside, they're like, "Yo, that's your heritage. Eating those feet, eating pig feet and cow tongue. That's your heritage, bro." And it's like, I can eat steak now. I don't have to eat that part no more.
That didn't make me Puerto Rican.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a product of being poor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I didn't have to eat that, thank God.
Yeah.
I could go to, Wendy's now.
Yeah, now I can go to Wendy's.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah.
A little upgrade from chicken feet.
I don't gotta eat chicken feet. I can eat the freaking chicken breast now. You know what I'm saying? Boneless. I don't have to deal with none of that crap.
Prepared, ready to go.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. So so it's like people try to say, "Oh, but because you don't follow them over here, that means you're not Puerto Rican or you're not whatever." It's like, I don't gotta follow everything they say. I disagree with so much stuff they do, right? The Ocasio chick, she's Puerto Rican. I feel proud that she's getting far in life, but she's flawed in these areas.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? I don't have to agree. I don't have to agree that the reason why we have unemployment is because everybody has 2 jobs. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't have to agree with that. That same mentality, somebody says, "Oh, you don't agree with her. That means you're not Puerto Rican."
And how about why are these individuals unemployed?
I don't want to say because that's racist. I saw this thing. I want to talk about this before we go. Is that the waiting music? What is that?
That's me getting up, bro. It's time to go to work.
Oh, that's your phone? I was like, is that?
I know. I forgot what it was for a second.
All right, let's see this.
Oh, the man with the Puerto Rican shit.
All right.
This is what I'm wearing, guys.
So this woman's wearing a Puerto Rico shirt. She went to a park. She rented out an area.
Well, first of all, the United States owns Puerto Rico, so we're part of the United States.
Oh, my bad.
We protect Puerto Rico. Yes, you do, Puerto Rico, you fool.
Banks only.
Well, what's your point, sir? Because I can. Officer, can you... I'm renting this area.
It's her birthday,
He's
too.
harassing me
When
about
this
the
happened?
shirt that I'm wearing. I did rent it. I have a permit for this. Right, so can you please step away from me, sir? Can you please step away from me? I'm not trying to change anyone. I'm just trying to come here for a birthday party.
I don't know for this.
All right.
So, a lot of things are going on here, right? Let's break this down. Put the news sound. We're gonna do a breakdown of this video. Okay. First, we're gonna start with.
I thought you had the little sound effects. What happened to that?
This thing's not even connected. This thing's not even connected right now.
You so asleep.
So, the breakdown is we're gonna start with who we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with a woman. Okay, she rented out on her birthday. This thing. So far, so good. She didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
She's wearing the Puerto Rican shirt. So far, so good. This guy came up to her. She took out a camera. So far, so good. The cop is there. She's calling the cop for help. So far, so good. She's done nothing that is wrong, right? Boom. Let's put that to the side. She's good. I don't know if you noticed later on in the video, her brother shows up.
Nope, didn't know.
Her brother shows up and get the guys, basically the girl's telling the guy, get away. The brother comes in, and as the guy's walking towards, the brother walks towards the guy, like, yo, back up, right? I don't know if they show it. Damn, I wish there was a touchscreen. So, is that the brother? Well, back up a little bit.
Go ahead.
Oh, man. Let me get this, bro. No. Oh, is that him?
Officer, I'm renting.
See, that's the brother, right? Hey. Watch. Let's see. Hold on.
Officer, I'm renting. I paid for a permit for this area. I do not feel comfortable with him here. Is there anything you can do?
Oh, I think it's gonna happen right now.
We're not going to sit around and deal with you. Hey, those are good ones over here, okay? That woman.
Okay, well, how come you're saying something when he's going up, but when he was coming up to...
Okay. All right. We're gonna stop right there. The brother comes in. The brother's basically protecting his sister, like any brother would do.
Right.
Okay. The brother sees the cops ain't doing nothing, so the brother's stepping in, like, yo, back up. The entire time. Okay, let's stop. Let's go to the guy with the blue shirt, right? Guarantee this guy voted for Trump. I guarantee it. We're gonna ask him. Okay, we're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna ask him. Guaranteed he voted for Trump, right?
Hands down.
I can almost guarantee he's drunk right now or on something. He must be, right?
Or he's just regular white.
Yeah.
Racist white. Just a regular average.
Guarantee. Okay, for sure he's racist, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely racist for sure, right? He views Hispanics under one umbrella as Mexican. Right?
Yeah.
And we see this a lot, right?
All the time.
I saw this when I went to Texas. They view every Hispanic as Mexican.
The further south you go, the more
Yeah.
you get it.
So I tell them, oh no, I'm from Puerto Rico. Oh, what part of Mexico is that? I never heard of that part of Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? Every Spanish person is Mexican. Because that's all they run into is Mexicans out there. So that's why he sees Puerto Rico as a representation of Mexico. And he sees Mexico as the enemy because that's what the right-wing media has been telling him, right? The immigrants, illegal, taking over a country, right? So he wants to attack her right away. That's not an American shirt. You should be an American, right? Right. So he's definitely in the wrong. No doubt about it. So the brother's good. The sister's good. This guy's definitely in the wrong. The cop.
Is in the wrong.
The guy?
The cop.
The cop. So the cop is there watching this whole thing happen. Apparently it happened for like half an hour. And the cop didn't do nothing to stop it. Right? He should have stepped in a long time ago. As soon as the guy got close to the woman, he should have walked up to the guy like, yo, back up. You know? Get away from her. You're threatening her. That's assault. You know what I'm saying? When you walk into somebody's face, like, get out of my country. That's an assault. You know what I'm saying? The cop should have did something for sure. This is what I think what bothered me the most of this entire video. I was about to say that. This is what bothered me the most about the entire video is the fact that when the brother stepped in, the cop stepped in. Now, to me, not knowing anything about this entire thing, just watching what happened there, the cop allowing this guy to say what he said, getting in the woman's face, not doing nothing. But then when the dark-skinned guy goes up to the white guy, like, get out of my face, then the cop steps in, like, back up. Now, to me, that's a sign. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I don't like giving people these things, saying, "Oh, you must be racist." I think that's horrible. But this smells like racism to me.
Smells. I love this person's comment.
Oh, you gonna read on it?
Elaine, right?
Elaine.
She's like, update: Officer Patrick Connor, racist 60-year-old Gerald Tribus.
Tiberius? That's from Star Trek?
Is that the captain? Captain Kirk Waddell?
Yeah, he's definitely charged.
In 2006.
No, but okay, so I don't know how old this comment is. How old is it? Does it say?
Wow.
So apparently,
Look. The badge number of the officer and the phone number you could call to talk to them.
We gotta get her on the show. She's gonna work for us.
She went in, bro.
Yeah. So she didn't. This is older, but this guy got charged. This guy with the blue shirt, the racist guy, he's charged with assault, and they charged him with race
For this incident.
For this incident, they charged him with assault, and they also charged him with, I forget what that race thing is called, when you do something because of race, which I think is a BS law, but they charged him with it anyway.
Like a race. What are you saying? Racial.
Yeah.
racial,
Like if you commit a crime, but let's say you commit a
racially
crime.
motivated.
Yeah. And it's racially motivated, they give you an extra charge on
Toma.
top of it. Yeah. I think it's BS, right? Because me, I'm like, if you commit a crime, you commit a crime. That's it. What's the big deal? Like, just, it doesn't matter what you say. Sometimes people say things out of anger that they don't mean. You know what I'm saying? So if he calls him a white boy as you punch him in the face, you're going to jail.
So you're saying that those individuals that were spray painting the swastikas everywhere recently, you're saying that they should be charged for the crime
Of
graffiti,
Yeah.
but not that it was targeted to Jews.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
You heard it here, guys.
Because
I'll send you guys his address so you could.
Because at the end of the day, that the idea of them being racist, they're finished in society. They're done. Society is gonna freaking those little racist kids forever. You know what I'm saying? Society would take care of that part. You know what I'm saying? The crime that was committed, the graffiti part, then somebody needs to step in because the government protects you from other individuals, right? So they should step in. Like, you're messing up this person's property, so we gotta step in. But you saying or whatever you wrote, so the difference is from me writing "I hate Jews" or "I love Jews," it's the same crime, right? You adding the extra thing to it is unnecessary, right? All that stuff is unnecessary to me. Society is gonna take care of that part. You know what I'm saying? This white guy right here, if he didn't get charged for hate crime, he got charged for assault, he would never work again. He'll never be able to be accepted in normal society again. He's done.
For the hate crime charge.
Forget about the hate crime charge. Just the assault.
Just assault.
Just the fact that this video is out, he is finished. Right? He might be able to live in his little town area, whatever, and people will leave him alone, but he'll never be able to go into any sort of city or anything like that. He's done.
Look. But Trump gave them the courage to be themselves.
Oh, we gotta talk about that too.
So they've never acted out?
Yeah, right.
Post Trump, pre-Trump.
You know what it is? We're giving them outlet now. They didn't have that before. But this cop gotta go. So this guy got charged. The cop also lost his job. They suspended him at first, then they fired him.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna wind up working as a police station somewhere else. That's where the cops.
That's how they do.
Yeah, that's how they do.
Just migrate
You get
to
fired
another
from one
district.
county, or I'll just go to the next county over get a job, no whatever. Everybody's looking for cops. But nobody wants to be a cop because everybody hates cops because of things like this. But yeah, I think so too.
I didn't know he was.
So yeah, definitely. I think.
You know what's funny about that is because to me it's why would these individuals, these racist individuals, know about Puerto Rican history, know that Puerto Rico is a commonwealth?
Yeah. They have no reason to know that.
Why would they know that if they don't even know their own history? This person didn't even just learned that Hawaii is part of its U.S. territory. So why would we expect individuals to know about our history, who or what Puerto Rico is, if they don't even know their own? She's like, there are 49 states.
No, that's not what she's saying, bro. I didn't know Hawaii was a U.S. territory either when he challenged Barack Obama.
Yeah, she didn't know. She didn't know that it was a state, bro. To her,
Hawaii is a recent state too. It's not that old.
It's the most recent, I
Yeah,
think.
I think so too. I think it's.
Then Alaska?
I think Alaska was before that. We bought it from like Russia or something. Russia. We bought it directly from Putin.
It goes right back to Vladimir.
But yeah, I think that whole thing is horrible. And do I think the presidency of Trump gave him power to do that? What do you think?
I kind of agree in the sense that, I mean, they didn't have a real. I swear, bro, you're the worst thing that ever happened to this show. I feel like perhaps, yeah, you got somebody who, who's saying crazy stuff. So why not go crazy?
I think also, this is what I think it is.
What do you think?
I think
Yes or no to the comment.
yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to add a little asterisk with a little quote on the bottom. I think it's not just because of Trump. I think it's because of the media's portrayal of Trump. So Trump is saying, Trump would say a truth. This is happening because of this. The media would say Trump is attacking that instead of saying Trump told it how it is or Trump is not giving.
This is what Trump said. No, it's
Trump is attacking.
Trump is doing this.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
So what the media is doing is they're making enemies of people that wouldn't normally be enemies, right?
And again, let's go back to what I've said early on in the show, because we're brand new. The media is bleeding for attention.
Yeah.
At the advent of technology, cell phones, dying. So the media, this is what they need to survive, and I think Trump knows it, and that's why he says the dumb things he says.
Yeah. And the video of
When do we hold the media accountable?
no, they're not allowed to be. They're not allowed to be because you have medias of that people choose sides. This is your media. This is our media, or the media chooses sides. So you can attack one media because to them you're attacking their ideology. You're not attacking the media. You're not saying Vox News is biased. You're saying the left is bad, or the Democrats are wrong. There's a difference. Also, I don't want people to be confused. That there's a difference between left, right, a conservative and a progressive. Those are different. Democrat, Republicans are also different. You know what I'm saying? Left ideology, right ideology. They're different categories. They just happen to overlap each other a lot, right? Just because you believe in left-wing policy doesn't mean you have to be a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Or just because you believe in right-wing, just because you're a conservative does not mean you have to be a Republican.
Just be independent. It works so much easy.
Yeah, because then you could just claim independence when people blame you and stuff. Like, I'm independent. Who cares?
It's a cop-out.
Yes,
It could be.
Could be, yeah.
It could be used as a cop-out, but I don't side with any on the left or the right entirely. So
Yeah. I side with the Democrats. No, I don't.
that was even hard for you to say. Did you feel it? Like,
I did.
ugh.
Nah. It's funny because if you lean right, Democrat is a bad word. If you lean left, Republican is a bad word.
And if you're an independent, you're just a bad word.
Yeah.
You're just lazy.
In reality, they're both bad words. They're nasty words because you're saying, if you claim Republican, then you have to say I agree with everything the Republican Party says, and that's not. I don't think. If you say I'm a Republican but I disagree with this one thing, then the Republicans within the party look at you like, yeah, he's not a Republican. He's not one of us. He's one of us. So you're just think for yourself, man. Don't even freaking.
So Prime Day happened yesterday or the day before. They extended it. Any shopping?
I did. I bought some things.
They got them. We got them, Scotty.
No. You know what it is? I had stuff in my cart for a long time. And when I saw Prime Day, I was like, let me take advantage of this. Let me save a few dollars. So I just pressed buy. It's been in there for like a week.
Wait, you had stuff in your car?
Yeah, in my cart, shopping cart.
Oh, in your shop? I'm like, your car?
I had it for like a week in there. And I was like, when I saw Prime Day coming, I was like, oh, wait. As soon as Prime Day came, I pressed click and I saved like $5. So I was like,
I got one or two things. And again, I shop a lot.
Prime Day sucks.
Prime Day doesn't suck for me because I'm at the point where I'm only buying the few little items that I'm missing. Where I'm comfortable in this apartment. And one of the things is this, like I brought a storage thing for this closet. And I brought this camera down there, the second security camera. Haven't opened it yet. Haven't even opened up the shelf thing yet. And I'm on Prime, and I see the exact same two items on sale. Okay, both items, if I put it together, it's like $50, bro. So I'm returning those stuff, and I got new ones at the cheaper price.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. And Amazon, if you're gonna block me, I mean,
you don't pay for shipping. They pay for the shipping. In fact, you paid for the shipping.
Yeah, that's the membership.
That's right.
Why wouldn't I? I'm in my right.
That's right.
And other people look at me like,
you know what it is? They're thinking about you with emotions. Oh, come on. I was like, you trying to take money?
But no, I think they're also thinking like, do you return underwears that you try on? No, that's disgusting.
If they accept it, though, would you send them?
No, I still wouldn't do it.
If Amazon be like, no, send the underwears. We don't care. We'll wash them. We'll send them
that.
to Africa. Or something.
I say that should be illegal.
Send it back underwear?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
should be a crime. It should be a misdemeanor.
You know what? If I was Amazon, I'm like, I'll just give you the money. Keep the underwears. That's probably what they would do.
Probably, but I've never.
Because they do that with cheap items. If it's not worth it, they're like, nah.
No, they didn't, yo, bro. Did I show you the food dryer that I bought?
Yeah, you told me.
It's like a $300-400 item. I was like, yeah. After looking how big, I didn't know it was this. It's huge. It'll stand out so hard in my little kitchen that it's a joke. And I'm only gonna use this maybe 2 or 3 times to make some dried fruits. I was like, no, I'm gonna return this. This was the ridiculous buy. This was the option. This was bought by mistake, right? And they were like, no, you keep it. I was like, what? What do you mean? It's like for $350. What are you talking about? Yeah, keep it.
Because they're like, it costs you $350. It costs us like $40 to make.
It does feel like a $40 made item, though. It does. But yeah, I was shocked, but yeah, they do those things. I think it should be a crime if you return underwears and if you return food. Definitely food.
Yeah.
Because they throw it away, bro.
I don't know. This country is so up there on it, but it's hard to take the things that they say seriously. Oh crap!
You went back. Mental illness is very. Did you see that? The kid with the mental illness?
No.
Oh my god!
Which one is it?
Here, you just passed it. Go on.
Hey,
who's that?
This one?
Ooh, no.
He looks like this one.
Nope. The next one, right there. Mental illness is very real.
Of course it is.
Say that their son, among other things, believes that he is engaged to Rihanna.
DJ's delusions include that he's the most powerful man in the world and that he's owed $700 billion fortune. DJ also believes that he's producing music for Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I did one full album for Kanye West, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and I.
Pure panic. Pure panic. There's rage. There's vulgarity. The conversation. And at that point, he's yelling anytime we talk to him about what's real, what's tangible. His response to that is, you don't want me to be happy. Man, I got engaged tonight to Rihanna, and then I literally, that's when the police were called.
My brother DJ is no longer allowed in my home because of his sexual perversions and just his overall lack of predictability.
Naked. He was naked.
Empathy towards my brother. He has gotten away with murder. DJ has never been held accountable for any of his actions. My dad enables my brother. Whenever DJ does something we feel is not normal, my dad is really nonchalant.
All of my cries, all of my efforts have not been heard.
I do believe that my brother is mentally ill. My parents
What the heck? You sound really blurred out. He was wearing pants.
as a way to not trigger him, not make him feel
Yeah.
not make him feel bad.
You have knowledge.
Damn. How did you find these things, Alan?
So wow.
They're Phil, bro.
So the guy is like straight up. He goes on the show. He's straight up like, and then he's like, I got to a point in my life where I'm happy. I've lost all this weight. Look at me, bro. Talking to Dr. Phil, right? He's like, you just I could prove to you that you're unhappy. You're a fat white man.
Oh God.
You're fat. You must be eating. That's your drug for your depression. And I'm just like,
Dr. Phil was like, I'm not. You're not the psychologist. I am. If he really is one, I don't even know if he actually is one.
I don't know, but I'm just like, yes.
Yo, there's a podcast. Damn, I don't even want to talk about it now because that's a whole nother episode.
And we are strong.
Yeah, we're strong.
An hour and 5 minutes on this episode of The Basement. We are trying to, bring in new guests because we are in a remote island.
I think Skype is going to be the future.
Skype is going to be... I don't like Skype. I like the Google version of video.
Yeah, just a Google shill.
I'm a Google... You heard that they have to pay like $5 billion?
To who?
To some freaking country because of privacy. Damn, which country was it?
It has to be China or something.
No, it's not. So anyways, yeah, that was just like one of the top 5 things you should know this day. But I was like, damn, $5 billion. That's probably like a write-off. Like, not a write-off, but...
So like, $5 billion that
But still
month.
$5 billion. You know what I mean?
Country was like, woo, sweet.
Yes!
Like that.
yeah, that's pretty much it. So check us out at thebasementny.com. We are on Patreon. Help us out. This thing is not cheap.
Give us $1. Just give us $1 a month.
$1.
Just $1.
10 of you do that, we could take care of the overhead. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We have some real interesting guests that are coming on the show that you should also, when they do, support their cause. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything you got? When are we doing this again?
I don't know. We'll see.
That's it. That's how it is here. We have no idea what we're doing. Yo, the basement. Peace.